Crabs. Crabs. Hello there, guys. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. I was actually about to film a storytime animation. So, you're probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm going to start making videos about stories. So, I thought maybe I'd share a story about crabs. Now, don't get me wrong, crabs are fun, but I just want to show some dramatic stories. So, this week I was actually gone for a vacation in Florida. And there was this huge crab. See it? It was big boy. It was probably the size of my foot. The size of your foot or something. But it was a big crab. So, I was in Florida, and how would I explain it? There was this big crab, and how would I explain it? Okay, I just need to draw it. So, I was actually, oh, no, it's blue. I was actually staying in an Airbnb. It was a pretty cool house. Pretty big, I'd say. But basically, it was a really cool place because there was, like, trees and tons of wildness. And it was near the city. It was beautiful there. And just probably 1 or 2 minutes, you could literally just walk to the ocean, it was actually technically a river, but it was connected to the ocean. It was like a big river. And I think you had to walk like through all the trees and all the rocks and all that. So it was fun. But basically, this crab was in this place, and there was actually a fence surrounding the water, so you had to like jump over the fence to get in the water. By the way, they said we could get in the water, so yeah. But basically, this crab was in this. It was a big pocket of water, huge, not huge, probably the size of a swimming pool. Probably, like a mini swimming pool. The one you'd find at like a hotel. But this swimming pool had this huge crab in it. Let me just fix that. There we go. Let me just get rid of that. And there. Trying to think how would I explain it. I guess, maybe. Okay, let me just delete all this. But this crab was big, and it was actually my goal to catch this crab by the end of the week. I had 1 week to catch this ginormous crab. So here's the water, and let me put this guy in here. Put it right there. He was a big boy. Okay, he wasn't this big, but like you can try to imagine it. It was the size of basically a kid's foot, something like that. I don't know. But basically, if you remember, there was this big fence right here, and I was just looking down into the water, and I see this big crab, and I was like, "Whoa, I need to catch that." And it was cool. So I called my brother over. You probably know my brother. I called him over, and he was like, "What do you want?" And he looked over, and he saw this big crab, and he was like, "Whoa, we need to catch that." He also wanted to go swimming in, like, the river, but he also wanted to catch it. You could just tell. So me and my brother set out to catch this big crab. And it was me and Carter's goal. Not Carter's. Me and my brother's goal to catch this big crab. Okay, so what's funny is, here, I need to erase this. Put it right there. There we go. Me and my brother got in the water. We got in the water. We got our swim trunks on, or swimsuits, however you want to call them. And also, we called the crab Big Mama because we were guessing it was the mama because there's tons of baby crabs everywhere. So we thought it was the mama of all these babies. And I was in the water, and my plan was to actually step on it. Now you're probably wondering, isn't that a little bit dangerous for the crab? It's not really. The reason I did it was so it couldn't escape. I was pushing enough force where it wouldn't hurt, but it couldn't escape. Also, the crab knew how to dig, so it was very hard to find. Like, you'd have to look in the mud, and it'd be literally just sitting in the mud. You'd be walking, and a claw tries to catch you. Okay, let me just erase. Get rid of that. There we go. So basically, yeah. Let me see if, okay, I'm recording. Okay. So I built, or here, I called my brother over. I said, hey, let's get this crab. Now, what's funny is we were both looking. And I was looking in the mud because I knew that crab would like to hide. And then suddenly I see it, the Big Mama. And what's funny is my brother also sees something interesting. He sees the other crab. And you're probably wondering what the other crab is. Well, my brother was looking. He was like, hey, wait a second. I found Big Mama. And then I found the other crab. And we were both saying that we found the crab. And we were both laughing at the same time. Like, hey, one of us has to be lying. But one of us wasn't lying. We both found a big crab. Now, one of them was bigger and one of them was smaller. But they're both about the same size. It's just Big Mama was bigger. So we were guessing the male was the smaller one and the female was the bigger one. And then we were like, well, we want to catch Big Mama. So I stepped on the male crab just enough so he couldn't get away. And then I basically just got my hand and scooped him up. And that was literally it. And I thought it would be hard, but nope. I just scooped him up. So after that, my brother was like, aren't you gonna help me? So I come over to the shoreline, and I have the crab in my hand, right? It was like this big crab. Let me just draw it real quick. And it was this big crab, this big pinchers, and it was not really happy at me, but I was happy to catch it. By the way, we were gonna release it. It was gonna be fine. We just wanted to take a picture with it. So I have this crab, and I'm walking over to the shoreline, or the grass area, and we have this bucket, and it was a big bucket. So I decided maybe I could just plop the thing in this, plop the crab into the bucket, so me and Carter, or not Carter, my brother, could figure out a way how to catch Big Mama. So I plop it in the bucket. It didn't look too happy because it was kind of just sitting there. And then, yeah, I go over to find my brother. And at this point, the crab is still there. But I didn't mention, I'm pretty sure the bottom of the ground was all muddy and like sandy at the same time. So if you move a little bit too quickly, the water will fill up it with mud. So that's exactly what my brother and I do, and we lose the crab in the mud. And we were not happy at all. So, but we did actually end up getting pictures. I wish I could show you them, but I don't have them. But we got pictures of me holding this big crab. It was pretty cool. I should erase that guy. Also, I didn't mention I actually did get pinched by Big Mama, and it didn't really hurt, but I don't care. It was fun. Okay, before I leave, I have one more story with crabs. Now, when I was about 5, something like that, I think it might have even been the first time I've ever been to the beach. I was at one of the beaches in, I think, California, maybe Florida, something like that. And it's a lot of fun there, right? If you guys have ever been to the beach, it's fun. And my brother was there too, probably like 4, maybe even 3 years old, but he's not part of the story really. So, I didn't mean to do that. So basically, I'm having fun. I was playing in the sand, and then I decided, well, how about I'll go in the ocean. So I was just gonna go a little. Oh, I can't really see myself. I was just gonna go a little bit out there, maybe playing the waves, you know. After all, I was 5 years old, so my mom and dad didn't want me going too far out. And then I scream on the top of my lungs, like, holy cow. And my mom and dad were like, are you okay? Did you get stung by a jellyfish? By the way, I didn't get stung by a jellyfish, but a crab pinched me. Now, it was literally the size of a quarter, and I was screaming. And my mom and dad were like, is this my child? Seriously? That's even nothing. So I was screaming, and the crab eventually does let go of me. I'm guessing he thought my toes was like probably fish or something. But it let go of me. It goes back into the water or sand or whatever it goes to. And I did not like that. I stayed out of the water. Like, I might as well just take the sand with me. Like, I think I made the biggest hole because I would have played in the water, but nope, I was not playing in the water. Nope, never again. I play in the water again though. It's fun. So yeah, that was basically my story of my crabs adventure. It was really fun. Oh, didn't mean that. It was really fun. I hope you enjoyed. I liked making this kind of animation. It wasn't really much of an animation. I'm pretty sure more videos I'm gonna do where they actually are animation. I'm just using a drawing app. Okay. But before we go, I might actually make another channel so I can put some more animations on there. And I'll show you, but first I need to... Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go and eat some Cheerios, and I'm gonna roll out in my hamster ball. Goodbye, stay awesome, and I'll see you later.